Hi, this is Dr. Omar Viswanath. Welcome to my channel, Dr. V Pain Med, all things clinical and research. I am a double board certified anesthesiologist and interventional pain medicine physician practicing in Phoenix, Arizona at Mountain View Headache and Spine Institute. In today's video, I wanted to start talking a little bit more about research and getting your foot in the door with doing your first research paper. I mentioned this in my intro video to research, but I really do think this book that I co-edited with Dr. Shahata, which is How to Successfully Publish a Manuscript, a step-by-step guide, is invaluable if you don't have somebody that can help you or guide you in getting through this process, because it can be daunting to start. Just really quickly, the 16 things that this book will help you achieve. I'm going to read it. Validate your ideas, create a compelling title, compose an interesting introduction, craft a competent discussion, master the artwork, simplifying referencing, write a well-structured abstract, find the appropriate journal, submit like a professional author, respond to reviewers comprehensively, manage funding challenges, using AI tools like a pro, build a great team, report publishable cases, conduct systematic review and meta-analysis, and avoid ethical violations. You can see literally step-by-step guide. Each of these individual chapters will give you a detailed breakdown analysis of how to get your foot in the door. That's all fine and dandy. Again, just basic things being basic, right? When you're really just starting to build your CV and wanting to get into clinical research, I'm just going to take you back to how I navigated this, because again, I didn't have anybody to help me. I had to learn this on my own. And I think that there's tips and tools that I can share with you here today on my channel that can really get you ready to start publishing. And once you catch that bug, like I did with my very first case report, it really starts from there, and you kind of become addicted to it in a positive way, where you really say, hey, even in my clinical practice, I'm noticing things that I haven't seen. This would be a great case to publish, or this would be a great systematic review to assess the details of various studies. And then it really just becomes a second parallel thought beyond your clinical practice on how you can publish and help disseminate more educational information for your colleagues and those behind you. The first suggestion I would say is start simple. And I think by that I mean is really look at doing easy manuscripts. I think the easiest type of manuscript is going to be a case report. A case report is very simple. You're taking a single case that you likely experience in your clinical practice, and if you think there's something unique there that's worth sharing, it may be worth writing up. Sections of the case report, right? You're going to go with your case description or your introduction, obviously what transpired in the case, that you're going to have a discussion section as well as your references. And that's really it, right? That's the beautiful part about a case report, right? There is no results, there is no data, there's no statistical analysis. Those are things you can certainly do, but my argument would be, if this is your first foray into clinical research, you're going to want to start with a simple thing. And these are just as valuable, right? Ultimately, if your goal is pre-med, getting into medical school, or your medical school or a professional school looking to get into residency or fellowship, the truth of the matter is, from the program directors that I know who I interact with regularly, they just want to see that there's initiative, that people are taking the time to do research, which shows that they're willing to go above and beyond the clinical work. And if you've got a currency, use it, and use it to your advantage in your CV. Now, what do you mean by currency? Well, currency to me is very simple. In the US, is the journal indexed in PubMed or PubMed Central? It's as simple as that. That is the main National Library of Medicine repository that the US-based institutions want to value as currency. Internationally, we're going to look at Scopus and Web of Science. Those two are very, very important for international applicants, students, residents, fellows, and that's what the international community uses, and those are important repositories in their own right. Now, if you find a journal that's all three, which is typically doable with those better journals, those are the ones you want to target. Now, again, I think that the two things that you're wanting to target are either doing a case report or an underknown, underassessed option is to do a letter to the editor. You want to check your journal's requirements and see what they do, but letter to the editors are fascinating because they don't take a lot of time. They promote discussion, which is what journals love, and they tend to be rapid reviews and easily published. And they're, again, a line on your CV that's indexed as a publication in PubMed or Web of Science or Scopus. Letter to the editors are phenomenal because all you need to do is read a journal article and think about it critically. Is there a question you had? Did it bring up a further part of discussion? Or did you read an article or a study and have a contrarian viewpoint? And if you did, is it worth writing up and submitting to the journal, which then they will send that to the original authors to see if they'll respond to your letter to the editor? And all it's as simple as, dear editor, we read this article in your journal in this issue titled, in quotes, and it brought up a fascinating thought process for us, and here's what it was. And you can write that, and if it's well written, that's going to get published. See, right there, you've got two opportunities to get easy publications. Case reports in your clinical practice that you're seeing anyways that are interesting, or a letter to the editor. Happy to have a further discussion on future videos, but again, I thought that was a good starting point for those that are looking to get their feet wet with clinical research. Thank you.